Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, my name is Joanna and today I'll be reviewing the Waterpik Water Flosser. I've been using this water flosser for about exactly 5 weeks now. I bought it off of Amazon and the reason why I got it was because if you've seen any of my skincare videos, you know that like my skin is super sensitive and just like my skin, my gums are really sensitive as well. Meaning that I don't really like using traditional floss. I do it because I have to, I need to, but even with that, I just, sometimes it really hurts or there's days when it's just, it takes way too long. So I really wanted to try out a water flosser. This is not my first time trying a water flosser. When I was in middle school, high school, around those years, I did use braces, so I had to get used to this. However, that one, was moving around and all that. I basically lost it and I don't remember what kind of, brand it was or anything like that. The reason why I decided to keep the box even after 6 weeks is because one, I did want to review it after some time, and two, just in case it stopped working, I could always, put it right back and then just send it off because I do have the warranty. Alright guys, let's begin by talking about all of the really good things that I found while using this product in the past 6 weeks. Keep in mind, this is not sponsored at all. Trust me, you will know when something is sponsored because I will put it all over the place and in the comments and everything else in between. The very first thing that stood out to me about this product is the size. I did used to have a small portable one and the size was obviously thinner and smaller, but the problem about it is that the water reservoir was just so tiny in the other one. This one here, look at how big it is whenever I'm, filling it up. It's super easy to fill up and then you just take this and then you just put it right back on. Let me show it to you guys again how easy that was. So you have this here, I'll show the back. Here you go. You just open this up and you just bloop, that's it. So when you fill it up with water, same thing, you put it right back in and you close it. I'm also going to include some pictures for you to see how big it is, how wide it is, how thick it is, and whether or not it might fit in whatever area you're thinking about putting it in. And with this size reservoir, I'm able to do my bottom teeth, my top teeth, front and back without having to refill it again. Something I really like about this water flosser as well is that it comes with 7 different tips. They send it in a little bag like this. And if you have, braces or little gum pockets, if you know what those are and things like that, then these will really, really help you guys out. Speaking about the tips, when I was reading the Amazon reviews, a lot of people's complaints was basically about the fact that this device here doesn't have storage for these. However, I just learned yesterday, this is crazy, I've had it for 6 weeks and I just learned yesterday that yes, it does. It's not going to fit all of the tips, but it fits up to 2. Right over here, do you guys see this? You don't see anything, right? Like it just looks like it's water. If you take it out, whoop, again, you don't see anything. However, over here, look at this. Right here, there's 2 little holes. Those 2 little holes are for 2 of these, whichever 2 that you want. You can put 1 and 2. Right there. That's it. Right here. You don't have to take this out. Actually, this is my first time trying it while taking this out. So before, what I did was, this was right here. Oh, let me put this in. Bloop. So if you take any 2 that you want, you just throw them right here. So that even when you fill it up with water, it's not touching it, it's not destroying it. They're just sound and safe right inside. Do you guys see that? For me, this works perfect, and I actually like the fact that it's not so evident, it's not so blunt where my things are. So I really appreciate this. The way that I actually found out that this was in here was, hey, looking at the box, where was it? Oh yeah, right over here. It says tip storage. Look at that. But again, the reason why a lot of people were complaining is because in other water flossers, the storage is just so evident. It's right there that you cannot miss it. And this one is really nicely hidden. So I think they did a really good job with that. Let me take these 2 out. Bloop, 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 bloop. Something else I found, and I know it might sound like common sense, but believe it or not, when you compare it to other water flossers, this one is really easy to clean. When you take it out, you just wash it, you can scrub it, do whatever with this, and it's super clean. Same here. Here you can definitely see what needs to be cleaned, what doesn't need to be cleaned. Everything is pretty good. It's really, really small. So it was easy to clean. I'm able to clean it, let's say, every week or so. And I have no problem with cleaning it. It's very, very fast to clean it. Another thing that I absolutely love and appreciate about this flosser is the fact that there's 2 turn-on buttons. So right over here, let me show you. So right here, you have the main one, right? So you click this. However, once again, when compared to many other flossers, the second you click this button, immediately the water starts bloop, 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 you know, rushing out. But with this one, not only do you have to press this just means the machine is activated. But whenever this is going to be ready, you also have this on and off button right over here. And I really like that because, especially if you're like a beginner, one of the things you don't think about is, oh, when I click the on button, the water's gonna start splashing everywhere. No, so you have enough time to turn this on, and then whenever you're ready and you're, you know, situated in a position that's really comfortable for you, you just bloop, put it up, and then it starts running. If you look right below the on and off button, you're going to see that right here you have floss and massage, which basically gives you two different options to how you want to treat your gums. Do you want to floss it, which means just steady stream of water, or do you want to massage it? That just means that it goes tick, 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 tick. I don't know, that's basically exactly how I picture it. So yeah. Ooh, another really cool thing. It has this little knob right here, and it basically tells you the pressure of the water that you want it to. It begins from 1 to 10. 1 are for people like myself who have very sensitive gums, and you can slowly start to work your way up. For right now, I've been using it for 6 weeks, and 6 is the lucky number for today. That or the really unlucky number. But at the moment, I'm able to do it at like 4 and 5. 6 is a little too rough for me. I don't think I'll ever get to 10 because I turned on the 10 just for me to try it, and I was just like, nope, that's just going to cut right through my mouth to the back of my skull, you know, just back of my head, so not doing that. 10 looks dangerous, but if you have strong teeth, you go ahead and you do number 10. Another pro for me has to be the design, simply because if you notice here, you have, you know, the cord, and it's a pretty, really long, what can I call this? It's a long size? The length, yeah, sorry. The length is pretty good. It's not too short, it's not too long. And what I like about it is that if it was too long, it would be like dragging on the floor. And if it's too short, you're like, you know, you obligated to be right next to it. But no, it's been really comfortable anytime that I'm using it in the bathroom. And I completely, you know, sorry that I forgot about the length. Before I forget, I do want to talk a little bit more about the tips, so let's revisit that. So right over here with the tips, it's super easy to put on this. Let me take this out. So when you have this, all you have to do is just push it in, and when you hear that clicking sound, then that means, you know, it's in. If you want to take it out, all you have to do is just go like this. My God, just go like this, and that's it, and it'll pop right up. So let's do it again. If you want to put it in, you just right here. Did you guys hear that? Take it out. That's it. Super easy, super convenient. You do it with all of them right here, and then you just, that's it. That's it. So fast, so fast. All right, guys, now let's talk about the cons. The very first one is, again, size. Yes, I like the size of it because I feel that it's, you know, one, to have it in my restroom, I can put it right there on the counter and it stays, and, you know, it's pretty good for its size. However, if you're looking for something portable, this is not it. It obviously does not fit in a purse. Yes, it is lightweight, but at the same time, it's mostly made out of plastic. So if you want something sturdier and something that perhaps if it falls down, it's not just going to break, then perhaps this is not for you. Another con that I personally didn't have a problem with, but a lot of the reviewers on Amazon were always stating, was the noise level. I'm going to place a clip right now that basically shows you how noisy it is. Since I live in New York City, the noise is absolutely nothing to me. I didn't even notice it was making a sound. For me, it's normal. I mean, like, there's going to be sound when it's coming out, but a lot of people were saying, you know, especially if they have kids or things like that, and if they're waiting to do this at like 11 p.m. or midnight, that it's not the quietest. But in its defense, the other portable one that I had made just the same sound. So it really depends on you. If you want something super quiet, this is not for you. And if you really don't mind the noise, you know, that little bit of noise that comes out from water or whatever, then this is fine for you. Like I keep saying in the video, I've had this for 6 weeks and I've had no problem with leaking, but a lot of the Amazon reviewers were saying that after a few months or after like 2 years that they saw some leakage coming out from apparently the back of here, which I was trying to look at, but I couldn't find anything. I did see one review that said after about 6-7 months that right over here. So if you guys notice at the bottom here, you have like this little space that basically sucks in the water for it to actually get to here. So that reviewer had said that apparently this just didn't want to keep sucking the water. So they had to just, you know, renew that. But again, I haven't had that problem. Yes, I am going to update you guys if anything like that does change. But for right now, for the 6 weeks, that hasn't happened. The question of the day, do I think this is worth it? I got this for $67 in tax. So let's just round it up to $70. I personally think it's worth it just because I use this multiple times during the day. If I'm at home, like let's say I'm working from home or something like that, I actually use this every single time right after I eat anything, like all the time. So if I have 5 snacks during the day, I'm using this 5 times during the day and then some. To be honest, when I first started using this, I wasn't a big fan of it just because I started out like everybody else does with the floss, right? Because that's what it is. It's a water flosser. However, when I get the floss, I felt that so much water was coming out of this. And by so much water, I felt that this right here, the water stream was not as thin and as precise. So instead of it coming out like this, where you know where it's going, I felt that it was kind of like open and it was going like this. So I had a really hard time with finding or figuring out exactly where I was pointing it at. So the second I would like put it right here, I felt that this whole thing was full of water when it should have just been this little part. I hope that's making sense to you guys. So after those 2.5 weeks of me not really liking, not being a big fan of the floss option, I moved over and I started the massage. And when I started the massage, I really, really liked it. I felt that the water stream coming out of here was much better. I felt that it was a lot thinner. And because it was a lot thinner, even if, you know, I turned the knob a little bit up, even if I increased the water pressure, I knew exactly where that stream of water was in my mouth. Have I noticed any difference after using this? Yes. One of the biggest things is that I see that my gums are a lot more pinkish or really nice pink rather than before. And by that, it basically means that they're a lot more calm. If they're bright and red, they're like angry little gums in your mouth. But if it's pink, it's a little bit more calm. All right, guys, well, I think that is it for all of my pros and cons for this Waterpik Water Flosser. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I would, you know, love to see what kind of questions you have, because I'm pretty sure that I missed something here and I won't even know about it until right after I finish editing and I publish it, and I'm gonna be like, oh snap, I forgot to, you know, include this in my video. I hope this video helped you guys in case you're either thinking of buying this or you're completely new to the water flossing world out there and you might just be curious about it. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I really do hope that you guys are taking care of, you know, everything that's going on in there, because it's just as important as taking care of our skin, taking care of our nails, taking care of our mental health, taking care of our hair, and everything else. It's just really important. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and bye guys. See you in my next video.